Okay, so it looks like the game is on the road, is that right? Awesome, here we go.
So, chicks, just to let you know, I'm gonna be flying solo here in terms of moving the camera around. So you go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks. So at the bottom right corner, we got Purple. He is VK. One second here, just got. Yeah, so he's playing Aranos, and his name is VK Zocco. Actually, one of their better players. He's 1800. Looking at the middle there at the bottom of the map, his name is Teal. He's VK Jazer, and of course on their team as well is VK Mitches Prolin. Now, can you take a look at Jazer? I'm just wondering what the civs are on their team. So we got Aranos as purple, and Teal as Zeus, and we have Red as well, who is playing, looks to be Ra. And at the top left of the map, we have Green. He is PK Kai, one of the better players on that team there. We got Yellow, PK Winnie, and we have Blue, who's 7 Up. So we got 7 Up and Kai on the wing sides there. And 7 Up is playing Gaia. Gaia is very nice on water maps. So we see here, started the game here, just picking up some pigs. Starting up, we got some hunt there for Winnie. Now, generally, so we're looking at Gaia and Winnie, who's playing Greek. So generally, I think if VK is the more aggressive side here, since they have the Aranos as the wing, Zeus as the middle, and Ra also does very nice here. All players are going for the dock right there in the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, Gaia is one of my favorite civs, even on Mediterranean, because they get the cheaper fishing boats, but really they just don't do that well in comparison to other civilizations. They're just not that aggressive, my opinion. Um, there's still a lot to prove with Gaia though, and it hasn't been proven much. Anyway, we'll keep that conversation for later. So, um, right now we're looking at 7 Ups Town. Also, Gaia has the Gaia trees, which you gather wood faster from. It looks like we got most of the map scouted here, half and half for both players. TC placement, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I don't see any TC screws here. We got maybe, we just got only 2 TCs that can be accessed from the sea. We got 1 TC on 7 Up side, and we have 1 TC on Jazer's side. So yeah, 1 TC for each on the sea level that can be accessed from siege boats. So yeah, it is a pretty good map. Looking at 7 Up. Looking at 7 Up, it looks like his TC is rather forward. So is Zeraco, so we could see some heavy lifting going on there pretty early. As for the other side, Kai and Micho, they have pretty close TCs. So I think I'm projecting more of a boomy kind of strategy there on the left side near 9 o'clock corner, because their TCs are more closer together. TC is Town Center. Town Center are the Town Center spots there on the map. They're very important. Every player gets 3. So each team, they have 9 Town Centers on each side of the map. Yeah, Gaia is definitely the best economic civilization here. Arguably, so is Ra. Alright. right. So the players, they should be aging up right about now, or aged up, sorry. Here we go. Yeah, we got 7 Up who just went Oceanus as a Gaia, and we have Prometheus by Zoko, who's Aranos. And so we're going to have quick aggression by Zoko on 7 Up there, Gaia versus Aranos. Keep in mind, Aranos is a much more aggressive civilization, but 7 Up can defend himself with Carnivoras. Kai just aging up now with Athena. He's on the left wing. He does age out with Restoration, so that should definitely help in battles. Looks like 7 Up just losing a citizen there. That's going to hurt. Each citizen considered to be 3 villagers, so keeping in mind their team does have a Restoration, so that's very nice for the battles at sea, as you can just restore your health on your ships. Very handy for big fights and to win one big battle. Let's see what we got here. We got Jazer just coming in there right behind Zoko, helping him out. We got 7 Up trying to micro. Actually, the micro is pretty nice on both sides right now. He does have a myth unit there that just went down for 7 Up. He did age out with that myth unit. Lots of micro. There's a Carnivora right there in that sea, taking down that boat. Need to be very careful. That was actually a nice placement of Carnivora. I would have preferred it closer to dock, but generally that is nice placement. Winnie just coming up now with his boats. Winnie is playing as Greek. So we got Winnie and 7 Up fighting Zoko and Jazer. So of course it's going to be Gaia and Greek versus Aranos and Greek. So it is almost a mirror matchup here. PK is doing pretty good at sea. They do have a higher average score. However, it's very close, very interchangeable. Now VK is just picking off that Carnivora there. They're fighting very closely knit together. Winnie just piling up now on boats, but Zoko has already outmassed them with Jazer. And looking at the bottom there, you got red and green, of course, just clashing together as well. Now, Aranos do have shockwaves, so they can use that shockwave whenever they engage in a battle here. So I haven't seen it used yet, but that's definitely a possibility that we can see soon, since they do have 3 shockwaves, essentially letting you win any battle. Kai does have Restoration, and it looks like Kai is just picking off some boats here from Zoko. It looks like Zoko wanted to come down there. Yeah, so Jazer does also have Restoration. Restoration is very nice.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to focus check. So actually, at this stage, I'm just going to step in and do some commentary because I just wanted to take care of something here. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
So just to update the viewers what's going on here. So with Medit, you've got all this water fighting, and in essence, it looks like it's developing into a 3v2 over here, and then a 1v1 over here with half of Green's navy.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kai needs to quickly catch up and get into the show here. Yeah. However,
and there's Restoration. There's the resto right here. Yeah.
It looks like red is being caught up by green's half navy on the left side there.
Yeah.
And green and yellow are actually split. They got their army split in between the 2 sides, and this is a huge battle here. Restoration going up for Jazer. Yeah, very well done.
Chicks, how far delayed are you? Because
I think 10 seconds delay on here.
Okay. Because for me, I've got 30 seconds left on a ceasefire for Winnie. for yellow. So basically, I think Winnie should, if he was going to use the ceasefire to negate the effect of the resto, he should have clicked ceasefire the second resto was cast. Otherwise, everybody should have just backed out. But instead, they lost a ton of ships for those 8 seconds there, and then ceasefire was clicked too late. And that's probably going to be a critical misclick, critical mistake here as the water fight continues.
This stream is actually delayed around 25 seconds for me.
Okay. I also want to point out the fact that PK here is fighting in dock range, so all these arrows are being shot in addition to the warships, which isn't good. You don't want to be fighting from somebody else's docks, right?
I was trying to mention that resto was well done.
Yeah, it was.
But not necessarily the ceasefire.
Yeah, exactly. And you look at the resto that just got cast by Blue, or not by Blue rather, but by Kai. That was a nice resto, right, of the whole naval situation. However, notice how VK just backed off immediately, which is what PK should have done as well.
Yeah, it's actually a very nice battle that they got going on here. So Clown, I think I can take it off from here now. So looks like Red just wants to ignore the battle and is going straight for 7-Up's docks, perhaps, or his fishing boats. And you just got Jazer going as well, straight for Kai's fishing boats. At this point, I think Jazer's not making any more war boats. They just want to kill off fishing boats and go back to land and fight there. Now, of course, we see Winnie already building near 7-Up's town center there in the forward, and it looks like they want to double on Zoko. Whereas Kai and Michibani, the red fellow there, they haven't done any progress yet on land. Whereas 7-Up and Winnie looks like they're going on the aggressive. Yeah, Serevok 6866. We can expect to see that very, very soon. It's already happening as we speak now. Zoko just going up to 7-Up's town to start raiding there. So it looks to me the PK team has cured the water, which is actually very, very impressive. I'm very surprised as well. And not only that, at the same time, they're pushing on land. Having water control with the fishing boats, that's going to give you a huge advantage. Because farms are expensive, especially with Atlantean. And just having those existing fishing boats on water can save you a lot of time, a lot of resources. So now we have Kai just finishing up Red's docks there, while Red just does a triple TC, and so does the rest of the VK team. PK is also going triple TC as well. So, just to give you guys a quick update, this is RTSL PK versus VK. This is game 1. I believe we're still in the group stages of this league. I am Chicks commentating, and Clown is with me as well. He is doing the camera work. Alright, so back to the game here. We have another TC going up for Kai. At the bottom of the map, we still have Winnie, Mr. Winnie, and Blue, who's 7-Up, doubling Zoko. Jazer, I believe, is attempting to help Zoko. It only makes sense. He did. Jazer did send up a hero to Zoko's forward there to help him defend. Red and Green hasn't encountered each other yet, but I really suggest Green pushes through Red immediately, because Red is suffering in score big time, and I think Green's economy is above and beyond. So I think they have a good chance if they push through right now. Speaking of green. Now looks 7-Up is going to lose his forward Atlantean villager here. It's going to be close. Very, very close. So of course that rain is just about to finish now, and that did help VK more than it did PK, obviously, since PK does have quite a bit of fishing going on, and VK has now transitioned into farms at this point. 7-Up just losing that settler, perhaps that citizen.
Yeah, Chicks, you're such an Age of Empires 3 player.
And now, yeah, settler is for Age of Empires 3, that's correct. So yeah, lots of battles going on here. Very nice view from my standpoint. I mean, always something going on in this game. We got Winnie going stables, attempting to help his teammate there, 7-Up. 7-Up needs to come out with something impressive. You got some Gaia trees just backing up that TC there, just to make things a little more complicated for Zoko. We got Jazer just aging up there with Apollo. Apollo essentially lets you have underground, or they call that underworld, so you can go from place to place instantly. Alright, so we got green and red clashing together now. Green still having warboats right by red there. Green is making some progress. Zoko is looking very good in score, and 7-Up is aging up now. So is Winnie. So at this point, 7-Up has just reached Thea, and of course, Green looks like is at a stalemate with Red, which if I was Green, I would just push through Red. Not much water fighting going on for those who are curious. Everything has died down so far on the water. It's all land. It's transitioned to land. Keep in mind, PK do still have their fishing boats on water, which I'm surprised myself, to be honest with you. Okay, so it looks like Zoko is doing pretty good defending off 2 people. But you got Jazer there with a few units helping up Zoko, so he's got his 3 heroes and his Scorpion Man there. 7-Up needs to go Mythic and get his Titan out. If he gets his Titan, they have a chance to win this game. 7-Up is aging up to Mythic. I'd say that's one of the core advantages of playing Gaia. You got that excellent economy, and late game you got cheaper markets, cheaper caravans, and so not cheaper markets, cheaper caravans, so they just got a great economy overall. You go Titan as Gaia, late game is absolutely fine. 20 minutes, perfect. I really suggest for 7-Up to go Mythic, get that Titan out, and start pushing out on purple. Looking on the other side there, you got green and red still clashing with each other. Now, of course, looking at purple, he's got medium upgrades on his units. In other words, he hasn't upgraded them at all. And so is 7-Up. He's fighting with medium upgraded units as well. So lots of things happening here on both sides of the map. You got a 1v2. It looks like Jazer hasn't helped his teammate at all. I mean, besides those few units that he sent to Zoko, Jazer hasn't helped. For the most part, it's been Zoko versus Winnie and 7-Up. Okay, we got some Pegasus there going towards the middle of the map, and there we go. Jazer just coming out with that Underworld, finally getting Mythic Age, and that's going to be a hard thing for Winnie to deal with. He hasn't been prepared whatsoever for this. That's definitely going to take out Winnie. Winnie is not going to be able to survive it. And now you got Zoko just attempting to push off Kai, who just underworld over to the side there to make it a 3 versus 1. But then you got Winnie being taken out by all those Colossi. You got another underworld there done by Winnie. Those Colossi are definitely a pain in. They have 80% Pierce and over 1,000 hit points. They're very hard to deal with. And really the only way to kill them is if you get those heroes. Kill out the myth units, Colossus. Yeah, so still a lot of fighting going on between green and red. Really no progress happening here. There is a lot of progress happening for VK and Winnie's base though. They're just taking TCs. Absolutely, it runs on Windows 7, Windows 8. There's an active community.